What's up, man? I want to get my thoughts on the Lomachenko Jose Prajaja fight. I thought it was a good fight. I hear a lot of people videos and a lot of people say that they're not giving Jose Prajaja a lot of credit. I thought he fought very well in the fight. I that looked like the best fight I seen him fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen him when he fought Tank Davis. I seen him when he fought the last guy who he beat when he beat Beltran, and he looked better in this fight to me. Seeing that he fought a better fighter in Lomachenko. Yeah, I know Lomachenko was coming off the arm surgery, the shoulder surgery, and and with the layoff, he was gonna be a little rusty. In the first couple rounds, he didn't really throw the right hand a lot. He started throwing the right hand, connecting with the right hand. He was throwing when he was throwing it, he was throwing it with authority. So I don't know if I didn't see any him being hampered from the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see no uh, like no strain in his body when he threw it, and it looked like he was in pain. But it's gonna take a little. It takes a little while for you to fully recover from shoulder surgery. Shoulder surgery, like I said, uh, it takes a normal human being to come back from it. Of course, it's going to take an athlete, a high performance athlete, to perform, after surgery. So I don't want to give no credit to Jose Prajaja because I thought this is probably the better fighter as far as movement is concerned that Lomachenko fought, because Prajaja, he was I'm gonna call him Jose. Jose was he had some great upper body movement. He wasn't like right in, he didn't stay right in front of Lomachenko. He was giving Lomachenko different looks. He'll come to Lomachenko. He'll move away from Lomachenko. He'll move side to side. He'll throw feints, and he was using his jab, which is more importantly, the weapon to use is your jab, man. The jab is important, and I don't know why a lot of fighters don't use it. I don't know why a lot of fighters have vacated the jab. The jab has almost become you know the punch that people don't want to throw, and it's the easiest punch to throw, especially when you're fatigued, especially when you're tired, and it's the easiest punch to throw when the rounds are quiet. You can win those quiet rounds with a nice jab. A lot of fighters don't understand that. That's why when you fight in a high level fight, the jab is very important, very important. But yeah, I thought Jose fought a very good fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to give him no credit and just say Lomachenko just was rusty and because of his shoulder. No, man, you got to get Jose. It was a man across from him that was actually performing very well. And like I said, I don't think Lomachenko fought a fighter with that uses his jab and mobile, not standing right in front of him, and with that upper body movement that Prajarja had, that Jose had, was displaying yesterday. And I thought it was a really good competitive fight, man. Lomachenko, as we all know, the cream rises to the top. Eventually, Lomachenko, took over the fight. You know what I'm saying? Down the stretch, he showed he was a little bit more sharper down the stretch, landing his right hand, landing combinations. And that's because he started going toward, he started walking Jose down. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't outboxing per se or fighting off his back foot. He started walking Jose down. Jose started wearing down a little bit, towards the end of the fight. Round 11 was the best round of the fight. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jose was about to get up out of there. I thought Lomachenko was about to get him up out of there. He knocked him down a couple times. But Jose, the man showed a heart of a champion. He got up and fought on and fought to the final bell. I thought, the scoring was right. Lomachenko won the fight. But it was very competitive, man. It was a very competitive fight. And sometimes people jump to the conclusion that it's all about the star fighter didn't have a good day. Let's sometimes sit back and analyze the fight and look at the fight and say, well, the reason why he didn't have a great day is because Jose, he came with his A game and kind of pushed Lomachenko, in a direction of having to perform a little bit better than or use more of his self than he usually have to do in fights. Because sometimes by the what 6, 7 round, Lomachenko was kind of cruising, but he couldn't cruise in this fight. He had to dig down and pull away from Jose. So let's give Jose some credit, man. Let's give these other fighters some credit, because when you don't give them no credit, then that's taken away from Lomachenko and saying, well, you fought a nothing. You know, but he didn't fight a nothing. He fought a guy that came to fight, a guy with a really good game plan, a guy that came in there and gave him multiple looks. You know what I'm saying? So Jose was on his game yesterday, and that's just what it is. Now, I know I seen Gervonta Davis tweet. He said it took Lomachenko 43 punches to get Jose down. You know, there's a lot of people making videos now. A lot of people saying that Tank Davis can beat Lomachenko. Look, listen, man. This is not the triangle theory don't work in boxing, okay? Just because Gervonta Davis knocked out Pedraza in what, 2 or 3 rounds, and Lomachenko went the distance doesn't mean that Davis can beat Lomachenko. Okay, y'all? Just stop it. I don't think Davis have fought anybody in the class of Lomachenko and can bring what Lomachenko can bring in that fight. I don't think Tank Davis is ready at this stage of his career to win that fight. If they fight a year from now, he's not ready to win that fight. If they fight in the next 2 years, he's not going to win that fight. I just think Lomachenko will beat him right now. Now, Tank Davis, to me, Tank Davis has to fight fights that are meaningful fights, and show me that he's climbing up that ladder to say he could beat a Lomachenko. But right now, he's not beating Lomachenko, man. He can say whatever he want on Twitter. Don't say things on Twitter. Just tell Floyd Mayweather to make the fight. You don't have to say things on Twitter. Bob Arum said he'll take that fight with Davis. So go to Floyd Mayweather and your team. Tell them that you want the fight with Lomachenko. You don't have to get on Twitter and say, well, it took you these many punches. It didn't take me that many. Okay. You performed better than him against Jose. Much better. Now, let's see if you can beat Lomachenko, because you will not be in the ring with Jose. You will be in the ring with Lomachenko. So you trying to compare that you did better than him versus, okay, that's fine. And that's true. But now you will have to fight Lomachenko, not Jose Pedraza. And not taking anything away from him. He fought a pretty good fight, man. But you're not fighting him. You're going to be fighting Lomachenko. And I think Lomachenko will take you apart. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just think you're not ready mentally to win that fight. No. You got to get yourself all the way together. Mr. Gervonta Davis. Now, Gervonta Davis is a talented fighter, talented kid. But he hasn't shown me. And look, the mental aspect is just as big as your physical aspect. I'm gonna say it again. Your mental approach is just as important as your physical approach. Physically, is Tank Davis ready to win that fight? Physically, he can compete. Mentally, can he compete? And it has nothing to do with his smarts. I'm not talking about his smarts. I'm talking about preparing himself properly mentally with mental focus to win that fight. And he has not shown me that yet. Trash fight. What's a trash fight? What, Davis versus Lomachenko, or the fight yesterday with Lomachenko and Jose? Is that the fight you talking about is trash? Kind of clarify yourself a little bit so I can know where you're coming from. But yeah, Tank Davis has to get himself together mentally, man. And outside the ring distractions, that can throw you off on the inside, man. You know what I'm saying? All that outside the ring, this, that, getting in trouble, doing this, not doing this properly, getting into it with Floyd, changing trainers, and all this crap. Oh, yesterday? No, I thought it was a pretty good competitive fight. I thought it was a competitive fight. I mean, was it a trash fight because Lomachenko didn't knock him out? Is that what you're saying? You're not gonna knock out everybody. You gotta win. It's a lot of ways to skin a cat. You can't knock everybody out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I thought Jose performed well. I thought he came in there and fought his heart out, man. He did some good things in there. He showed me some things, man. He showed me some head movement, some upper body movement. He showed me a functional jab, which people don't use. So, you know, he made it hard for Lomachenko. So Lomachenko did what he had to do to win, to overcome it, because you know he has multiple things he can do in the ring. So when things like that come upon him, a fighter like him, he can respond. So you know, it was a good fight, man. You know, it was entertaining it was entertaining from this standpoint. He did not walk over Jose Pedraza. He didn't walk over him. He was actually presented a challenge. Yeah, but he didn't look tank. No, no. Look, he doesn't have to look Tank good. You know why he don't have to look Tank good? Because he has a different style than Tank. Tank has his style. Lomachenko has his style. His style. Just because, like I just said, just like I said a few minutes ago, just because Tank Davis looked it better against looked it better against Jose, doesn't mean he's going to beat Lomachenko. Y'all need to stop that. You have to understand fight. You have to understand how styles make fights. And you have to understand boxing. You have to understand styles and boxing and how things go. Just because fighter A knock out fighter C doesn't mean fighter A can beat fighter B. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah, we will find out if Tank Davis stop tweeting, you know, get off of Twitter, man. And actually go to Floyd Mayweather and say, make the fight with Lomachenko so we can see if he can beat him. I just think Lomachenko going to take him apart. He's going to neutralize his power and take him apart. That's what technicians do. Like a Lomachenko, like a Terrence Crawford. Guys of that nature. That's what they do. They take away the power, your power, take away your best weapon, and then they neutralize you and then they beat you. That's what happens. I know styles make fights, but he just didn't. Yeah, okay. He didn't. Now, it's twofolds. Jose had something to do with it. We all know Lomachenko is coming off the shoulder surgery and coming off a little bit of a layoff. So, you know, a little rust. But, like I said, I'm not going to make an excuse for Lomachenko. Jose had a lot to do with him not performing well yesterday. So, you know, you're not always going to look great in every fight. You're not going to always look how people perceive you should look. Sometimes you just gotta win the fight and move on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like the old saying, win this fight, look great in the next fight. And that's what Lomachenko did. He could have lost the fight, and then it would have been catastrophic. Everybody would have been talking about how much of a hype job he is. But no, he won the fight. And sometimes you got to win fights under any means necessary. And that yesterday, it was necessary for him to win the fight like that. So it is what it is. But, you know, I would love to see him and Tank Davis fight. But I don't know if Mayweather wants that fight right now. He says he wants that fight when he get mad at Tank Davis. You know, but he don't want that fight right now. Leonard Ellerby even said, why should Tank Davis have to rush and fight Lomachenko, and Tank Davis is only 23 years old and Lomachenko is 30-something. So we all know we all know where he's coming from when he say that. What he's trying to say is, Tank, you can wait out Lomachenko until he gets long in the tooth. Then you can fight him. Don't fight him right now when he can compete, when he can beat you. Wait till he get long in the tooth and then you'll fight him. So, you know, it is what it is. It was a good fight, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, finish going to look at these football games, man. I got some family.